Have a busy life? You can now listen to The Color Show on these following platforms using Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, and Apple iTunes. Just search The Dakota Show and hit play. Hello, everybody, and happy October. Wherever you're listening, whether it's YouTube or our 6 new platforms, you can take us anywhere in your pocket. I'm excited to be doing another show for you today. I got some awesome things lined up for you today. I've got some entertainment news I will share here in just a minute. But first I want to do some cleanup news here. The first one is if you're interested in advertising with us, please give us a call at 719-966-7107. Again, that number is 719-966-7107 to get your quote today. The other thing is we have spots open for 2020-2021. Excuse me, that's kind of a tongue twister. Open. So you can be on our show for free as well. So if you in a business or kind of, needing some advertising but kind of have a low budget, this is the place to go. If you want a permanent advertising, please again call us about that at 719-966-7107, or for any further questions about any of our services, we can do slideshows and stuff like that as well. So, my entertainment news today is Keith Urban has a new album out called Speed Up Now, Part 1. He's got a song on there with Pink, and it is fire. I mean, it's really good. Great job, Keith, on that one. His whole album is actually really good. I've been listening to it, and it's been really good. It's called The Speed Up Now. And I think that is a perfect title for this time of year due to the coronavirus and stuff like the election and everything, politics, everything going on. I think people are just going too fast, They need to slow down and enjoy life a little bit better. I think that's a perfect title for as we go through this coronavirus stuff. It's called The Speed of Now. We will be back after this sponsor commercial.
Whether you need help with dinner, gifting, fundraising, or just new snack ideas, I can help. The Cocoa Exchange offers a full line of baking products so you can own the bake sale, plus many savory items to help with dinner, as well as delicious candy and coated snack nuts. Our Vitalize line offers 4 products loaded with cocoflavanols for your healthiest choices. This is a direct-selling company, so I offer parties for you to host and get free products. Contact me for more information.
That's right, give Sherry a call at 515-971-0692 for a lot of fun, or email her at sherry@msn.com. Again, that is sherry@msn.com. Hello everybody, I'm here with Dan from the station in Albert City. How are you doing today?
Real good.
That's good. Can you tell us a little bit about your restaurant?
Yeah, well, it's just a little kind of a burger and chicken sandwich joint, and it's in an old gas station in Albert City. And it was actually, the building was owned by Tom Aronson, who had done the farmer's market, and then between me and him, we transformed it.
That's cool. What made you want to start a restaurant in Albert City? I looked up the population, and in 2018 there were 600 people in Albert City. So I'm just kind of curious. People love the station. So what inspired you to create a restaurant in Albert City?
Well, probably a combination of things. My mom grew up in Albert City. The town hasn't had a restaurant in quite a few years.
Yeah.
Tom and I have talked for probably the last 10 years about doing something. And I think every small town probably needs a restaurant.
Oh yeah, everybody's hungry.
That's right.
Let's talk about your hours and your menu.
Okay, well, we're open from Tuesday through Friday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so we start about 6 a.m. and try and wrap things up in the evening around 7:30.
All three. That's very good for a small town. Now, your new fall menu is coming out here shortly. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. It's not really based so much on maybe it being fall as much as it is about switching up menu options. And a little bit of it has to do with what isn't in season anymore and what is dishes. They will have, they'll have less fresh produce and then more sauce oriented.
I've heard lots of great reviews. I myself has been trying to get up there here soon, but with this whole COVID-19 thing, haven't been able to get up there as much as I could without it going on. I hear you make your own bread. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. We try and make almost all the stuff from scratch as much as possible. So the bread is just a starting point, and almost every meal includes something that has bread usually. So we make the buns for the burgers and the bread for the toast or the grilled cheese and dinner rolls, things like that.
That is cool. I mean, how do you get the time to make all that from scratch?
I think it has to do with minimizing the amount of hours we're actually open to the public, and then, trying to manage our time as best we can every other day, and then, you cut it close a lot of times with having everything you need.
Yeah.
And then that's the way it ends up working out, one way or the other.
That is sweet. Is any of, do you have desserts? And if so, is any of them homemade?
We actually haven't even been we haven't been able to do too much in the form of desserts on the menu, and when we do have a dessert, a lot of times we'll just give it out and then surprise somebody with one. That means a lot more.
When they give out, breads at other restaurants or peanuts, you guys sometimes give out desserts.
Yeah, every once in a while. It's not very often, but when it's the same way with, an appetizer every once in a while. When the corn is fresh, sweet corn's fresh, it's nice to give a little bite of some fresh sweet corn that nobody's expecting. And if it's only going to be around for a few weeks, it's hardly worth printing it on the menu.
Yeah, agreed. And then do you do this by yourself, or do you have a partner that does it with you?
Yeah, actually, my wife and I both work here all the time, and then we have 3 employees that help us out quite a bit to get through the week.
They all seem like great help, and it seems like you guys have been very successful in your restaurant.
Well, I hope so, and for us it's hard to look at things as far as a success or not. On a daily basis, things change, and if it's a success, it's because we're just keep trying to do our best.
You know, I like that. It is a good model to have.
Yeah, and we don't know any other way to necessarily do it, and we're learning every day, so it's always learning.
Yeah, you learn something new every day, they say.
And that's definitely true.
Anything else?
I would say that there has to be a lot of appreciation for the community itself that decides to support something like this, because really it's their restaurant more than it is ours, because if they didn't come and eat, then there wouldn't be one. So I would say, the only thing I would say is, a lot of any success really is more the community, and somebody like Tom Aronson, who pretty much let us do whatever we wanted to do menu-wise, and spent a lot of money fixing this building up to not have any say in how things go, which is very bold. So I think a lot of the thanks and our success is probably due to just about everybody else.
Yeah, the community seems very supportive too as well, especially during this COVID-19 thing we're going through.
Yes, especially during this.
And then I've got one more question for you today. How did you come up with the name, the station?
The station. Well, it really got just stolen from the way that Tom would talk about the building before it was a restaurant. And he'd say, I want to meet you up at the station, and we'll talk about this and that. So it really had to do with the months or years of referring to the building itself as the station. And then it just kind of seemed like a good fit because it kind of rolls off the tongue.
I like that. It's got a little ring to it too. But I really appreciate you being on the show today with us. And I hope to be at the station soon.
And I appreciate talking to you, Dakota, and can't wait to have you supper sometime.
Yeah, I can't wait to be there.
Sounds good.
Alright, that was the station. Go eat at the station.